and you need to, but that's, you know, it's like a lot of people. The younger you are, you don't have the chronic health disorders, but the older you are, like once you get into your 35, 50, up to 55 and so on, it's a real issue here. And so, but what I try to tell people is figure out, first of all, come to terms with it. There's something here. The earth is alive, it's energetic, your body's alive, energetic, and they're connected. When you connect the two of them, then it normalizes vagal tone. We see that in the preemies. That's not a placebo effect, that's real. So this is what's happening to you when you go outdoors. So it's normalizing, it's taking the charge off your blood can circulate now, and everything can go to work, and it can put out the fires of inflammation and restore the autonomic nervous system and restore the immune system. Because what I say, you know, if you have any kind of health disorder, I don't care what it is, then health is your most natural state. Look at nature. The animals who live in the wild, they don't have cancer. They don't have these modern health disorders. They don't have cardiovascular disease, lupus, MS, and so on. Animals who live indoors with their owners, they all manifest the same health disorders as their owners. And so we know now that it's environment, because it doesn't occur in nature.
Blessed love family, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Of course, definitely you are listening to Radio Anu a moment ago there. Of course, you know how to get to Radio Anu. The link is in the description below. It's priestisaacinstitute.com, priestisaacinstitute.com, and definitely get all the wonderful programs, all the live programs, all the living programs right here. Of course, you know, again, on Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. But what I wanted to do today, my family, I just wanted to give so much thanks to all of you who took part of the lecture yesterday. The online lecture, I'm talking about Africa's Warrioress is on the front line. Myself and Princess Acacia Menin, but really, family, as you would have seen, it was really my daughter, the Honorable Princess Acacia Menin, who really came to the forefront and really expressed herself. I mean, I was right there on stage, but I'm telling you, it was just a joy, a majesty, you know, just to be a part of that. And what I want to do really, and even before we go too far, let me just remind you, family, for those of you who missed it, you could still see it online, you know. If you missed the lecture yesterday, you could still see it online. It will be up for approximately 7 days. You could definitely still contact us, email us, you know, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com at least, and you could ask us if it's still available. And the admission is still $15. And we definitely will send you the link, and you could watch it right away. You could watch it right now, the whole of it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to whet your appetite just a bit. Yesterday was wonderful. Family, all of you who were there, thank you for coming through. I mean that from my heart, and showing, you know, support to the Honorable Princess. I'm telling you straight up, she really worked hard to put her presentation together. She was very confident in her expression. You know, that was her very first lecture she ever gave officially, you know, so we're very thankful for that. I'm just going to give you a little bit of it, family, and you'll see exactly why I myself am so proud of the goddess.
Rastafari. So that was it about the great Queen Ndata Yala.
And this is
the French anthem.
This is just an excerpt from the lecture yesterday.
Moorish invasion. Next is, well, this is one of the greatest women in the 20th and 21st century. This is Winnie Mandela. Now, Winnie Mandela, she was a South African anti-apartheid activist alongside her former husband, Nelson Mandela. She was born in 1936 in Bizana, South Africa. She was the youngest of 5 children, her sisters and a brother. It was said in her own words that she was actually raised up as, well, a boy, and she was watching over cattle, and she was stick fighting also. And her real name is actually Namzamo Winifred Madikizela. And she became the first Black social worker in Soweto, in the Baragwana Hospital. 2 years later, she met Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa. And a year later, the both of them got married in 1958 on the 14th of June. Also in 1958, she joined the demonstration against the ID passbooks, which the South Africans are to carry at all times. That sent Winnie Mandela to prison for the first time. And she was in prison so many times that she didn't know how many times she has been arrested and how many times she's been actually jailed. The things got worse when Nelson Mandela in 1962 was sentenced to life in prison. Winnie Mandela fought against the white minority rule in South Africa. But that led her to prison again. And then she was detained, she was beaten, shouted at, and she was also having a lot of problems as well. And in 1976, the young students were having a revolt against the Africans, which had them die too. And Winnie Mandela was blamed for that. And in 1980s, she was banished to a place in South Africa called Brandfort in the Free State. And she returned in 1986, where she had her United Football Club. And from some others say that the football club became a terrorist gang, thugs. And Nelson Mandela told her to disband the club, and she did. And in 1991, Nelson Mandela was finally released. But in 1992, they got separated and divorced in 1996. Winnie Mandela became the South African National Congress Women's League leader. And she then passed away in 2018. She was 81 years of age. And she also became an inspiration for the Black South African people out there. So they have Winnie Madikizela Mandela, Jah Rastafari.
Emmanuel Jah Rastafari. And give thanks, for such Winnie Madikizela Mandela, who stood up strong, one of our more outstanding warriors on the front line. When you hear warriors on the front line, you may just think of those that are riding on horseback and coming with the sword and screaming and hollering and all of that. But Winnie Madikizela is a warrior of a different sort, and one of the more outstanding and most powerful of them all, for sure, especially in my book. I give thanks for such thus far, family, as it relates to this online lecture that we are conducting here. And for sure, we give thanks for the Honorable Princess Acacia Menin. Of course, it is obvious that there were one or two clips that the Honorable Princess was reading from during this presentation, but the vast majority of what you hear coming out of her mouth is straight off of the dome. She has no paper in front of her. There's no script. She's working off of no notes, I am telling you. And she's just giving you the information just coming off of her head. Give thanks. And this is why, as I say, even with the works we do, we cannot, when I say we, I mean me, we cannot take credit for a lot of what we do. For example, the same international homeschool program. Remember, that is a collaboration between myself, the Honorable Princess, the Honorable Prince Almasi, and this is why we always say that it is always good for you to even get an idea of what we do in the international homeschool program. And you could see the interaction even with the young ones together on that level there. As you could see and hear, as I said, there's no note on the table. The Honorable Princess is just coming off of the dome. So I am honored to even be a part of this. Give thanks for Sister Marika Zela Mandela, the real warriors on the front line.
And this is Princess Yanenga. She actually became a queen.
Yeah, we definitely give thanks, man. That's the strength of it. I don't think I would give you too much more. As I said, the lecture is still available. In fact, let me just give you a bit more. This is quite interesting. And I would dare say family is going to get heavier than that. We're going to now go into some individuals. The princess is going to highlight some queens and some warriors that I'm sure many of us have never heard about. Selassie, Jah Rastafari.
This is the great Queen Ranavalona I of Madagascar. And see, that's her right there with her son, Radama II, the son of her husband, Radama I. So Ranavalona, born circa 1778 and died on August 16, 1861. She was also known as Ranavaloma I.
All right, family. I wouldn't give you any more. That's, I mean, you wouldn't even understand how I'm elated. That presentation that the Honorable Princess gave, you know, I would say I was the co-host of that, to be very honest. I gave the introduction, and of course I didn't do the outro, but really the meat of it was the Honorable Princess. That is her research. I would say years of research too, years of reading, years of memorizing, that she could just come and just start to spit, you know, the information and give thanks. And, you know, it's just strength to strength. I am her teacher, I am her guide, you know, and of course, just like myself, you know, we will continue to build. I know the next time she'll be more, you know, straighter with the information than even before, and it will get better and better. Every time we come to the plate, we get better and better. Every time we hold the microphone, we come better and better. That is really what it's all about. So let me just say thanks again to the Honorable Princess for such a marvelous presentation. And family, I'm encouraging you. You could contact us, Priest Isaac Institute at gmail.com. And of course, you would definitely have a chance to see the whole presentation, the online lecture. It's still available. And even when it's not available, you'll be able to purchase it. So if this is way after it, you can still purchase this lecture here. You could still get a copy of the lecture itself for yourself. You will own it. Everyone that bought a ticket of the lecture that was at the lecture will get a copy of the lecture, you know. Even those of you who buy your ticket now to see the full lecture, if you missed it, you will also get eventually a copy of the lecture for yourself to own. So I mean, it's a win-win situation with us. And the presentation yesterday was sponsored by the Knight of the Black Tiger, which is the divinity of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And if you haven't heard, as we were saying there, as it relates to the Knight of the Black Tiger, if you order the Knight of the Black Tiger, that's our documentary now. That's a video documentary, again, highlighting the divinity of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. If you order it before the 10th of December, you get a whole month of the Tiger's Nest free. I wonder if you got that. You get a whole month of the Tiger's Nest free. That is if you order the Night of the Black Tiger specifically in its fullness, full documentation. Or we do it the flip side too. If you specifically order a full month, if you make a month subscription of the Tiger's Nest, you know, the Tiger's Nest is the program that comes to you each and every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Like tonight, I'm hoping to see you in the Tiger's Nest. But yeah, if you definitely order the Tiger's Nest, or I should say subscribe to the Tiger's Nest, even if it's 1 month subscription, you'll definitely get the documentary, The Night of the Black Tiger, specifically without a doubt free, no cost whatsoever. And remember, Youth University, that's today, Monday, Youth University at 4 p.m. to 4:30. That's the youths again. That's the Honorable Princess Akesha Menin and the Honorable Prince Almase. They will be gathering, as I say, from strength to strength. They will be definitely giving you the Kiswahili corner. They'll be giving you the scientific words and facts of the day. They'll be going into so many different African traditions. Bring all the youths and let them come and sit around the computer. Yeah, and the young ones will definitely inspire and carry them to another level. So as you can see, there's so many things taking place around us right here. Talking about the Priest Isaac Institute of Holistic Knowledge. But more than anything, family, you should definitely contact us now while the lecture is still available. You should contact us as soon as possible so you could get your admission, get the full lecture, and absorb the full vibes that the good princess brought to us. I myself, as you could see, I am definitely elated, and I'm very proud of the Honorable Princess for such a marvelous presentation, you know, first day. Life given, the keeper of life. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. So I will see you this evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time, that is, for the Tiger's Nest. Blessed love.